Today, I'm meeting for coffee. Stormy riffs and big hooks from the UK. The time difference separates us, but the love of music unites us. Please welcome Sam from the Revenant. How's it going, man?
Oh, good man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey, brother. Anytime, man. Your music rocks. You get the comparison to Soundgarden and Alter Bridge. Anytime I see that, yeah, let's pick up the phone. Let's get on the Zoom and let's talk, man.
Amazing.
Um, do you have a love of coffee?
Oh, yeah, I am. I love coffee.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not like one of these like I've got friends that are like these artisan people that have got all the like the coffee makers and all of that kind of thing. Um, but I can appreciate a good cup of coffee first thing in the morning. That's when it hits hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And for anyone new to the Revenant, what's the mission statement of the band right now in one sentence?
Oh, to write catchy songs with melodic hooks and big riffs.
Okay. I don't know if that was one sentence, but it did make sense, man. Um, when someone presses play on Black Dogs and Sad Men, like instantly it's like wham, wicked riffs, coming at you right away. What do you hope they feel in the first 30 seconds?
Uh, just oh God, that's a great question. First, just mainly that it hits them. They feel something with it, and whatever that might be, um, because that's what we're about, really. We just want people to feel something and to evoke their own kind of emotions with that. So that's what we're really aiming for.
Yeah, rock and roll, man. And the most misread thing about the Revenant so far is
Everyone seems to think that we have taken our name from that Leonardo DiCaprio film, and they always call us the Revenant, and we're like, no, no, it's not that at all. So,
isn't that the one where he gets stuffed inside like a cattle or like some animal or whatever?
yeah, he ends up inside a horse, I think it is. Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of relate Revenant and Revenancy to like religion for some reason. I don't know why, but still a pretty cool name, man. And your songs, refuse a tidy resolution, man. And why is it important not to force a silver lining in your music?
because it's real life at the end of the day, and there's we all go through so much, good and bad, and we just want to write songs about that really and make people realize that actually it's okay if you have a bad day, like it's okay, and if you experience things in a not so great way, that's okay, as well as having all those other good experiences as well.
Sam, the EP spans defiance, despair, unity, lust, acceptance. I can go on and on. I mean, how did you map the arc across the 5 tracks? I know sometimes when you're doing 12 tracks, it gets hard to sort through. When you're doing three, you have
Yeah.
fights to your band members, but there's only 3 tracks, and then you have like
Mhm.
a 5 track EP. How do
Yeah.
you sort through which order it would go through?
We actually wrote this collection of songs together with the previous EP, which is called Best Medicine. And once we had those 10, we kind of just looked at them lyrically and what they were about and then kind of grouped them accordingly. But the one thing we did want to do was have an acoustic song on each EP. So on this one, it's All We Need. Um, so yeah, we it was a conscious effort to make this EP darker, heavier, um, and the lyrical themes were obviously heavier as well. So um, yeah, and then I guess that's as far as we kind of went with it. Really, we just kind of grouped them together into what they were about.
And like the Southern feel meets UK grit, like the rhythm choices give it that swagger without the pistache, I guess. Is that what you say?
Yeah, I think so I'm very much influenced by blues and blues rock musicians and bands and that kind of stuff. And I think th- there's that plays a big part in that as well. But also Matt, the other guitar player in the band, is quite into his heavy metal. He's a Metallica super fan. He loves like the Alter Bridge stuff as well. So when all that comes together, we just kind of have it is what you hear, really.
Yeah, we're here grilling Sam from the Revenant. You mentioned Alter Bridge, Blackstone Cherry, even Chris Cornell. That's what people have compared you to.
Mm.
What influence would surprise fans?
What influence would surprise fans? Well, I think so. Robin is our bass player is very into Japanese fusion music.
All right.
And that kind of plays its way in a little bit because he is constantly sending me these things, and it inevitably will work its way into something in some of the complicated bits and pieces that may or may not end up on a record. So yeah, that's probably the most surprising one.
And you know what? If I heard a Weird Al Yankovic too, I'd be down for that too. Because that guy just freaking rocks, dude.
Yeah, man.
Your video is kind of stark and vulnerable feeling. The visual metaphor carries the weight of the song. Like
Mm.
what visual metaphor carries the weight of the song the best, you think?
Ah, I think there's a line in Black Dogs and Sad Men, which is about being on your um here I am, I'm all alone. And I think that the shots of me in and out like, I think it's at the start where it's just me going in and out of kind of like all these different emotions and things like that. I think that is kind of what that song is about, because I wrote it from a place in my own head, and I think that sums it up really nicely.
Yeah, the place in your head and where you go when you write things. I mean, it's. I was talking about this earlier. I was trying to make some social media for my TikTok page and YouTube, and the process of escaping through music, and I ended up having a conversation about it with a few people on the phone today about, how coffee is like, don't talk to me until this coffee's finished or whatever like that.
Mm,
Or, this music that I'm listening to, this track, like a Pink Floyd track, for example, you escape, being a vocalist and coming up with those lyrics is some type of an escapism, right? It's like something that you it just happens and it makes you feel good and could be kind of stressful at some points, but um I'm assuming that's when you have a writer's block or have other people in the situation trying to change things around and you have it in your head that way. I know you guys have 100 copy colored vinyl bundles of Black Dogs and with Best Medicine.
mhm.
I absolutely love that. But what thread ties those releases together?
Um, so I think it's about the two kind of I don't want to say extreme, but the two ends of life really. You have this one side of things which is very much, you know, um, youthful defiance and being in love and having children and those kind of things and also writing songs about missing loved ones. And then you've got this other side of things which is about suffering mentally, you know, being out in the town on a Saturday night, with all these things happening, and you're only after one thing, and drink and sex and all that kind of thing. And then you've got one track on there that's about looking back on time yourself, as opposed to missing loved ones. So I think that thread of just running through kind of those two ends of life really is kind of the thing that pulls them together.
See, the escapism's working. I'm getting you to dig into your head and think about this stuff. So I feel like
It's all coming back now. Yeah,
I'm
I
watching you
see it all.
picture everything, which is
Yeah.
amazing, man. In your head, obviously, I can't see your head.
Yeah.
I know exactly what's going on. What's the first riff you've learned ever?
Ever. The first riff I learned was White Stripes, Seven Nation Army.
Of
And it
course.
was also the same. I played it so much that my dad opened the door to when I was playing and said, "Okay, you need to have lessons because that's all I've
Yeah.
heard for 6 days."
It
So
was
away
it
you
was
go.
it was a catchy song, but
It was.
it ended up being like that wasn't their best song. Like their best songs, are the ones that didn't make it to the radio and open that door for Jack White to kind of branch out solo. And I like the was it Rack Tours? I really
Oh,
like.
they were great band. I was just
Yeah,
going to say Jack White's had some stuff after that was amazing, but the raconteurs were brilliant.
yeah, yeah. Steady as she goes. That
Yeah.
song. One lyricist you'd steal a line from and why?
Oh, you've put me on the spot now. I can't think of a specific line, but my one of my favorite lyricists is one of your own, Joey Landreth from the Brothers Landreth. I just think he writes such just incredible songs, and the lyrics in that in some of his song Whiskey has got some incredible lines in it. So yeah,
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 man.
him definitely.
You're on the road with Preacher Stone, Revenant
Hmm.
Preacher Stone. One habit that keeps you sane on the road.
One habit that keeps me sane on the road. Oh well, I mean, as we're talking about it, it's every morning is coffee.
Uh,
I get up, I have a coffee, and then I'm ready to start the day. Usually about 7:30, which is ridiculous for a touring musician, but it is that time. So,
you know what? The older you get, the earlier you wake up. I don't know why.
amen.
But what is in that coffee in the morning?
Literally, I just have a black coffee, just straight as you like, nice, and it gets everything waking up and moving along and ready for the next kind of whatever the next day holds.
And what's an odd thing that's on your band rider that's, specific?
Um, so I'm a type 1 diabetic, um, and it's not weird in what I'm about to say, but some of the people ask questions about it. So whenever we get asked, I say, "Can I please have a bottle of Pepsi Max, 2 liter bottle of Pepsi Max?"
Love that stuff.
Yep. And they, without fail, the bookers always go, "Really? Do you not want like beer or like some sort of spirit?" I'm like, "No, just get me a bottle of Pepsi Max. Job done."
Fantastic. I remember like playing when I was playing in the band, our riders were just like cases of beer. I don't know,
Yeah,
bang,
same.
that's just cases of beer. And
Hmm.
at some point, Pepsi Max makes you feel better because obviously you have some of that. You're not tripping on stage and doing all this crazy stuff. So, um, Sam, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Revenant,
Thank you. Yep.
from the UK, on the road with Preacher Stone as well. Those guys will be on the show very soon. Once again, we'll hear from them. Um, but I really appreciate it. Yeah, one more thing to say to people who haven't discovered your band and want to follow you.
So you can check us out on all the socials. Just search Revenant Band, and you'll find us. And also head to the website revenantsongs.co.uk. You can grab all the merch, all the music, and it helps us stay on the road.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.